Yo, sport woman. New to the YouTube game. Got another reaction for y'all today. Yo, man, it's been some weeks since I downloaded anything, so I've been really busy. Every time I think I'm gonna be able to just take off and just do my YouTube thing, something major comes up. But anyway, I have an interesting, normally I react to videos and things of that matter. It's very rare I react to an article. But this article I had to react to because it was just something I really wanted to share with y'all. So this is about a teacher who dumped boyfriend after he was diagnosed with cancer, faces a backlash for deciding to run a marathon for him. So let's get to it. All right, right here, if you see this picture right here, this is the back of his head where he had this guy right here had this done in the back of his head. So we're gonna listen to this little article right quick with this computer. This I don't know what you want to call this.
He underwent 17 hours of break for leaving July.
My bad. All right, here we go.
Teacher who dumped boyfriend after he was diagnosed with cancer faces backlash for deciding to run marathon for him. A teacher who dumped her boyfriend after he was diagnosed with cancer is facing backlash for now deciding to run a marathon for him. Danielle Epstein, 32, said she felt awful for leaving Jel Friesen, 37, when he was diagnosed with a grade 4 medulloblastoma, a rare form of brain tumor. He underwent 17 hours of brain surgery to remove the tumor as well as 6 weeks of radiotherapy and is now going through 9 months of chemotherapy.
6 weeks.
But in the meantime, Ms. Epstein, a physics teacher, began having panic attacks and her mental health spiraled. She ended the relationship and moved to Thailand, while remaining friends with Mr. Friesen, and is now running a marathon for brain tumor research in his honor. I am going to find running a marathon very hard, having never run further than 5K, the only part one enjoy being the end, but Jel is my motivation, she said on her Just Giving page. If he can go through all of this, I can run a marathon. Explaining her decision to take on the run, Ms. Epstein added, more money is needed to fund further research into less harsh and more effective treatments for this cancer. Any money you can donate will help get us closer to a cure and further away from devastating, heartbreaking circumstances like ours. So we thank you so much for your support. She has already raised £8,000 of her £10,000 target. However, critics have been quick to slam the teacher as selfish. One person said, "This genuinely makes me so sad. It's disheartening. It's possible to be there for others while taking care of your own mental health. This trend of selfishness under the guise of self-care has to go. Individualism will be the end of us." Someone else said, "As someone who's been in her position, I know how truly awful it is to watch the person you love go through that. Doesn't change her being a coward though. You left when he needed you most.
Exactly.
You didn't deserve him. Run all the marathon you want. It won't take your guilt away."
Right.
A third person added, "Do people just not have shame? Or a moral conscience?" But Ms. Epstein's ex-boyfriend is understood to be in full support of her and will watch her take on the London Marathon over the weekend.
Now, here's my thing.
Boy missing in Turkey found safe and well.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We gotta stop right there. Okay, so my thing about this, her dumping her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, because it was mental health is a real thing. I'm not gonna act like that's not something you should consider or take lightly when someone's going through mental health, where she's saying she wasn't able to sleep and things like that. That's fine. But to me, and I give him respect for still want to support her and do his things for her, because they friends now. But I'm sorry to sit here and say you're gonna run a marathon in his honor when he needed you the most. Say something about you. Could she help it? Let's just say she couldn't help it. Let's say she couldn't help the fact that she couldn't be there because the mental state. But what does that say? To me, it says you're not wife material. I'm not even sure if you're a girlfriend material. Okay, counsel's a big thing. Let's take counsel away. Let's say I was sick. I was very sick. Flu, perhaps. You might run away from me on that. It's not nowhere near as cancer, but it still could be pretty deadly just for the flu. If anybody knows anything about the flu, you might just run. I mean, to me, you're not a wife material, not girlfriend material. I will understand the backlash, because at the end of the day, when you look for someone to marry, at any vows, you want someone to grow old with. You want someone to be there for you through thick or thin. That's what thick and thin means. They most weakest. And you hoping the person that you are with is by your side, and she was not. And to sit here say that she was gonna run a marathon in his head, on his behalf, in his honor, talking about, well, if he went through that, I could at least run a marathon. Nah, that's something totally different. Running a marathon was that one day. This man had a 17 hours operation on his brain. Took him 6 weeks to learn how to walk again. I can't even describe the struggles he had to go through compared to a marathon. I don't think a marathon could even compare to something like that. I'm sorry, just my personal opinion. I don't think a marathon equals to anything like that. So to say you're doing it in his honor, I mean, he gonna accept it, and I respect it, but I can't respect someone when he in his most weakest moment, you couldn't be by his side because mentally you couldn't take it. But hey, that's my opinion about it. I think it's messed up. I mean, she's trying to do it for the right reasons, but like someone said, you run this marathon ain't gonna take away your guilt. If you're such a good person that if you have any kind of human heart, I'm sorry, ain't no marathon you can do that's gonna take away the guilt that you have. Because I think she got guilt. That's why she's doing this marathon. She's going to give it she's doing this fundraiser for the cancer, for better treatment. But it's not gonna take away that guilt, because you have to look at him. He's your friend. You have to look at him. Because here's my question to her would be is, what would you do? Ain't you looking for someone to be by your side? What would you do if you're sick and someone abandoned you? Even if it ain't cancer. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's going to be hard, but I think that's very interesting. But tell me what you think. Do you think her running this marathon and this fundraiser for cancer because she abandoned her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, from having cancer, or do you sympathize with her that she did the right thing because it was mentally hurting her? Like, subscribe to support Warbo, and I'm out. Peace.